Okay, DeWanna Bonner simply is no longer interested to continue playing for the Indiana Fever.
DeWanna Bonner has no interest in returning to play for the Fever.
DeWanna Bonner has no interest in returning to play for the Fever.
DeWanna Bonner is done with the Indiana Fever.
The Indiana Fever and DeWanna Bonner are headed for a breakup.
We got sold a lemon car, y'all. We got sold a lemon car, and the mechanic is now gone.
They are now saying that perhaps, the LA Sparks is trying to snatch up DeWanna Bonner.
That she has no interest in returning to play for the Fever.
She didn't just leave quietly. She abandoned the entire squad. DeWanna Bonner misled the Indiana Fever, and somehow Caitlin Clark is the one stuck dealing with the fallout. The locker room feels split. The front office refuses to speak up, and the player giving everything on the court every single night is now forced to carry the weight of all the chaos.
I cannot believe she just quit on this team like this. This is disgusting. And you know, everybody's going to try to blame Caitlin Clark for this.
And as you can see, the team is kind of, going through a lot right now. And I think this is one more thing that is really shown, obviously, and is hung over this team with the personal reasons, the absences, and the lack of transparency.
Drop CC 100% in the comments if you're standing with Caitlin Clark through everything happening right now, because from this angle, she looks like she deserves a much more stable situation around her. It all reportedly began with silence around DeWanna Bonner and her sudden absence from the Indiana Fever. There was no injury update, no media explanation, and no clear statement, just personal reasons. That lack of information is where confusion and tension started to build, and things around the team began to feel unsettled.
That DeWanna Bonner wants out. Are you surprised? Not really. I mean, you're away for personal reasons, and we all know what those personal reasons are. They're complete and utter bullcrap. And this is why I keep telling people, don't believe the hype on personal reasons, because personal reasons are not real.
DeWanna Bonner was expected to be more than just another roster addition. She was brought in as a veteran leader, a two-time WNBA champion meant to steady a young group built around Caitlin Clark. But instead of becoming that stabilizing force, things reportedly didn't go as planned. Over time, her on-court impact seemed to fade, with scoring struggles, missed close-range opportunities, and a few costly turnovers in key moments. It wasn't only about numbers either. Fans also pointed to her body language and overall intensity, suggesting her energy on the floor wasn't the same as before. As questions grew about her role and availability, the situation around her became more uncertain, with many wondering where her presence had gone and what was really happening behind the scenes.
Bonner has a wide open lane. Although Natasha Clark did, Sloot is not stopping Bonner's layup, right?
Nice.
Bonner just missed completely. There's no excuse for this. Bonner, like a wide open lay, just missing that is insane. Like, that's actually insane to me.
Reports soon began circulating, adding more fuel to the uncertainty. Fans noticed that DeWanna Bonner had removed references to the Indiana Fever from her social media, which immediately sparked speculation. Things escalated further when it appeared she had unfollowed certain teammates, including Natasha Howard. Her team banner being taken down only intensified the rumors and online discussion. From there, reports and chatter began suggesting that Bonner's situation with the Fever was uncertain, with some claiming she might not be planning a return. Much of it remained speculation, but it fueled constant debate about her future and whether she would stay with the franchise or eventually move on elsewhere.
Bonner's preferred landing spots are with the Phoenix Mercury, obviously with Alyssa Thomas, I believe that is her wife, or the Atlanta Dream. DeWanna Bonner's agent had no comment on the matter. Obviously, this was a huge deal in making the Fever look like they were going to be a title contender with DeWanna Bonner, but as I mentioned, it never really clicked on the court as she was routinely putting up 0 or 1 point games. She never turned out to be the open court weapon that a lot of us thought she would be. And at that point, I'm sure the data was piling up of the best 5-person rotations, and DeWanna Bonner was not in those. That's why she kind of headed to the bench. So she signed a $200,000 deal. She was one of the biggest pickups, but it looks like she wants to go.
And what really makes this situation sting for many fans is the perception behind it. This wasn't framed as a family issue or a health concern. It was seen by some as a matter of control and role within the team. DeWanna Bonner reportedly wanted a starting role. When Lexi Hull earned that spot through performance, Instead of pushing through and competing to win it back, the reaction, according to critics, was different. The expectation was that a veteran on a major contract would help stabilize and lead a young roster. But instead, the situation turned into a mid-season distraction, with the franchise left dealing with the fallout and ongoing uncertainty around her role and commitment.
Bonner, who was signed to be an anchor to win with championship experience for the team's young core, was expected to be a starter. So basically, she stunk it up, got benched for Alexi and was pissed. Because she's a waste of 200k right now. I'm annoyed about her taking 6 games off, and then all of a sudden, when more questions are asked about why she's gone, and people are fearing the worst, it turns out she just wants to get out of there.
All of this was happening while the Caitlin Clark era in the WNBA kept the Indiana Fever under a constant national spotlight, adding even more pressure to every storyline around the team. Fans were initially told the situation was day-to-day and that things were being handled internally, but rumors quickly filled the silence. Some began speculating that DeWanna Bonner may have already been leaning toward an exit behind the scenes. Among the more extreme theories circulating online was the idea that this was intentional from the start, signing a major contract, stepping away during the season, and potentially creating a path to move on to another contender through a waiver situation. Whether that narrative is accurate or just fan interpretation, it reflects how tense and divided the situation had become. What should have been a straightforward veteran addition instead turned into a major distraction for a franchise still trying to build stability around a young core.
Continue to get your max money. You then go and sign because right now, if she lasts till the midway point, which is the last day they can cut her before it becomes guaranteed, before it becomes protected, she can then sign a contract that is almost the entirety of her remaining money with the Phoenix Mercury, and she can then go to where she wants, where she really wanted to go. The Phoenix Mercury, by the way, could this have been the plan all along?
While DeWanna Bonner faded from the spotlight behind the scenes, Caitlin Clark kept showing up every night for the Indiana Fever, lacing up, taking contact, pushing the tempo, and trying to steady a team under constant pressure. Despite the noise around the roster and ongoing uncertainty off the court, she continued to play through it all, shouldering a heavy workload while the organization remained under intense scrutiny. For many fans, it felt like a situation that wasn't unfolding the way it was originally envisioned, where the focus on building a stable, competitive team was being overshadowed by ongoing distractions and instability.
Caitlin, in transition, she slows down to find Bonner, right? And you see her kind of juke left, right, trying to buy Bonner some time. Look at this. You see that little move Caitlin did? She's trying to get Bonner like, yo, runs, full sprint down. She finds her. Bonner has a wide open lane. Although Natasha clogged it, Sloot is not stopping Bonner's layup, right?
Nice.
Bonner just missed completely. There's no excuse for this. Bonner, like a wide open lay, just missing that is insane. Like, that's actually insane to me.
And while everything around the Indiana Fever keeps falling into chaos, Caitlin Clark is still the one showing up every night, playing through the noise, the pressure, and the instability around her. Through injuries, absences, lineup changes, and constant speculation, she's continued to compete and carry responsibility on the court, even as the situation around her remains unsettled and unpredictable.